Are we live? Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, this could all be.
Yeah,
I think that's the cool thing is we don't have to be
rigid.
Yeah, because you can cut all this out.
Yeah. Or I can keep it all.
This will be like a blooper reel.
This is the intro. Right?
Yeah, it should be. And keep in mind that we are completely ignorant and uneducated on everything we talk about. Yeah. So we're not trying to act like we're experts on any of this.
We are not.
So today we're going to talk about, just real quick, like why is the sound guy have the stereotype of being like a drunk, crabby, pissed off guy all the time?
Yeah.
Or girl.
Or girl, yeah.
Mostly a guy, but
yeah,
we've had some females.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, in a minute we're going to talk to a sound guy and get we're going to ask him directly.
Yes.
So we'll see what he says in a second, but what do you think the problem is?
What I personally think, I think it's, you think about how many bands a lot of these sound guys have worked with, how many times they've heard some of these songs.
Yeah.
I think it's, I think the biggest thing is that they don't really get any acclaim. Like if you're at a show and the band sounds great, after, what do you find the band after? You guys sounded awesome. Yeah. No one goes to the sound guy.
No.
No one says, "Who's your sound guy?" Unless they're also musicians, then they'll ask.
Yeah. Other musicians always know more. They'll pick up on that stuff.
Whenever I see a band, I look for the sound guy.
So basically, if you're, at a club, or if you're next time you're at Bourbon Street, people just take a second and maybe go shake the sound guy's hand or give him a hug.
Yes, give him a hug. If
it was good.
Yeah.
If it didn't sound good, then fuck them.
Yeah. Then don't say anything. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything.
But let's start not acknowledging them.
Yes.
And maybe they'll start being a little more outgoing and friendlier.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back in a few seconds. So Bourbon's got, in a 10-day stretch, Third Eye Blind, Judah and the Lion, and Local H. And we don't usually do a lot of national stuff, but we're gonna have all three of those.
Put them all right
yeah,
together.
They're all gonna be the same. It's actually less than 10 days. I think it's all within a week.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
So Third Eye Blind is December 1st, and that's with Wish Fest. So Wish Fest is bringing Third Eye Blind to Bourbon Street, and you'd have to go on the Wish Fest website, all that, to get all that ticket info, because there's a lot of different options and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Judah the Lion show is it's a no-do show at WKQX. Same thing, you got to go on the Facebook event page you have to print out your free ticket. But they're going to play in the performance hall. We can fit well over 1,000 people back there. Yeah. So that'll be a great show. I love that band right now. Mm-hmm. And then of course that Saturday, December 16th is Local H will be back, which is always great. And the Judah show is December 14th, so that's Thursday that week. And then Local H is Saturday. So that'd be a good week.
Yeah, that's solid.
Week. Yeah, solid.
Z105.
And we're back!
And keep in mind that we are completely ignorant and uneducated on everything we talk about.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to act like we're experts on any of this.
We are not.
We now return to your regular programming.
And I think the thing too, I imagine I'm playing a show, or you're working on booking a band.
Yeah.
And you constantly have somebody coming up to you.
Yeah.
Telling you that you're doing your job wrong.
All night.
In this example, it's girlfriends going up, or just random people going up to the sound guy saying you can't hear this, or turn it down, it's too loud, or turn it up, I can't hear anything, blah blah. So I can see where that would get frustrating.
Yeah, you're dealing with a lot of drunk asshole activity.
Yes.
All night.
Yes.
People who really have no idea what they're talking about.
No.
But if it's their boyfriend singing,
or their kid,
they're gonna want the vocals louder. They're not loud enough.
And
they're never loud enough.
I've had working in the front room at Bourbon, the light booth is right, the light board's right next to the sound booth.
Right.
So people always are confusing me with the sound guy.
Yeah.
And what I used to do is I'd be like, oh no, the sound guy's over there. But then I learned that I just pretend like I'm the sound guy. And just be like, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Just to take that pressure off of the sound guy.
Yeah.
So they don't have to deal with it. Because it's amazing to me a lot of the questions that are asked. And like literally I've heard that there's not enough reverb on the singer's vocal. And it's stuff like, it's like, listen, dude, the funny thing is, a lot of this has happened when there's like 15 people in the room to see the band.
Right.
Like, there's not enough reverb. I'm like, there's not. It's natural reverb in the room.
Right,
you can't have the band cranking through the PA if there's nobody in the room.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. If it's an empty room, it's hard to get it dialed in.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But that's actually, that's funny because when say somebody goes up to the sound guy and they say, hey, the vocals need to be up higher. And if the sound guy, like, he can hit a fader that's not even active, and then the person will probably be like, oh, that's better. Even though you didn't change anything. Yeah. You just do the movement.
The little faking.
And be like, hey, is that better?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh yeah, that's great. That sounds great.
And this is kind of reverse. I've done this to countless sound guys in my history. But it's the same thing with a band. When you're up there sound checking and they say, hey, can you turn down the guitar a little bit? Down. And you're like, yeah. But then you don't even switch anything. And a lot of them, some of them
go up.
Yeah, you go up. Some of them will catch it. The good ones, I've had a couple that immediately were like, hey, asshole, I know what you did. And it's like, okay, that actually gave me more confidence in the night. It was like, this is going to be good. The sound guy knows what the hell's going on. But
so I guess our opinion is like, so they don't start out crabby and mad and drink a lot. Yeah. They get forced into that lifestyle from all the abuse that they're taking from the people at the show, or the band, whatever. It's just years and years. So we need to start treating the sound guys a little nicer, probably. Yeah, maybe that'll help.
And something else too that we used to do back in the day. And I still do every once in a while, or as much as I can, is it used to be common protocol that if you were using a house guy, you would walk in and you would tip the house guy.
Yeah.
Like, doing something like that is going to make the sound guy listen to you a lot more. A
lot of bands still do that, I think. I still see that a lot. And, you always should, if you're making money, you should take care of those people. Yeah, I agree.
And they'll pay more attention to you.
They will. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go to our footage with Bill, which we recorded on your phone at Bourbon Street last Saturday. So it might sound a little different than this recording.
So all you sound guys that are listening,
so don't.
It's a different microphone.
Yeah. Don't criticize the sound quality on the sound guy interview part.
Yes, of course we do the shittier sound with the sound guy.
Which I blame Bill for that.
It was Bill's fault.
Yeah. So last week we were talking and we wanted to address these stereotypes of a
sound guy, a live sound engineer.
Typical crabby guy.
Yes. So we brought in resident sound man Bill Scorzo from 115 Bourbon Street.
He wants to remain anonymous.
Oh, you want to remain? Okay.
Keep it quiet.
Okay.
Keep it down low.
Well, here, before we do it, the stereotypes we're talking about would be very crabby, drunk.
Crabby, drunk.
Sullen.
I don't know what sullen means. Does anybody know?
Deaf.
Yeah, deaf. which is
great when you're asking for things.
So before we start talking to Bill, obviously, the sound guy is important, possibly one of the most important parts of the show. Obviously, the band needs to sound good, so
yes,
that's from a band standpoint, from a club standpoint, so it's important, but yet, most of the time, the stereotype is pretty accurate, unfortunately.
It is.
Well, as a sound guy, I'll agree. It is.
All right, so here, Bill, just like what? Let's just why are you guys always crabby?
Yeah, what's your problem?
You'd be pissed off and crabby too if you had to listen to "Don't Stop Believing" or "Wagon Wheel," 30 times in a 4-day fest.
Hey,
I hear you, man. I play those songs and I can get irritated
That's what
with
the crowd
it.
likes, though. I mean, gotta play what they want to hear.
Yeah, but at least if I'm on stage, I can get shots from people, or I get some sort of acclaim for it. But if you're just sitting in the sound booth, having people, that was the other thing I wanted to ask you. What's it like when people come up and tell you how to do your job?
I normally just nod my head and smile and say, "How's this?" And they, "Oh, much better." Just acknowledge them, basically.
just pretend to you just touch a fader, and they're like, "Oh, that sounds better."
That does nothing. That has nothing to do with what's going on.
And now, does that happen? Is it usually random people, or is it people that are with the band, or girlfriends, or?
It's either a girlfriend or some drunk guy at a fest. Normally, they walk up to you and you know right away if it's a girlfriend. I can't hear the guitar player. The guitar player is 3 times louder than anybody else on stage.
Yeah.
So to Bill's credit, he is probably one of the nicer sound guys. So
I try to be. I've been on both sides of the board.
Yeah.
but we've all had our run-ins and our fair share over the years of sound guy stuff. But so what is there anything that we can do, Bill? On
the artist end,
the list is long and extensive.
Is there anything that we can do to make it less make you guys less pissed off all the time?
Some guys are just naturally pissed off. You're just hardened from years of this nonsense. But for the most part, be cordial with the guy. Treat him as you'd like to be treated. And long sound checks are just, oh God, don't get me started. You're not at a sound check to practice your set.
Yeah.
This is good because we wanna. This will be more educational for bands. I mean, and this is mostly a band that comes to a club and doesn't bring their own guy. So. A lot of bands now bring their own guy and sort of avoid the grumpy house guy.
The pitfalls of that.
Yeah.
So, as far as the drunk sound guy, now do they just I feel like some of them maybe just literally wake up and they're just that's for breakfast, drinking for breakfast.
A bottle of vodka sitting on the end table,
So I mean those type of sound guys, I feel like even if you are cordial, you're either gonna get because it's the two.
You're fucked either way.
Depends on what you're gonna get.
I mean, if he's an asshole drunk, then
you're definitely fucked.
At least Bill, when Bill's drunk, he's he's fun Bill. He's fun. It's wild Bill.
He likes the wild Bill. Yeah.
It's usually the second set. The first couple songs, you'll be dialed in, you'll sound good. But, then the shots might start flowing.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good.
Well, thank you, Bill.
No problem, guys. Remember,
appreciate it.
No one walks out humming the lights.
That's a true story. Don't tell Dan Davis.
Yeah, don't tell Dan Davis.
Somebody walks out humming the lights.
Z105.
And we're back!
And keep in mind that we are completely ignorant and uneducated on everything we talk about. So we're not trying to act like we're experts on any of this.
We are not.
We now return to your regular programming.
So we talked to Bill, and he mentioned like these songs that he's sick of hearing all the time.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk about those songs. Like what? Obviously, for Bourbon Street, it was always like Jesse's Girl gets played constantly.
Always.
Bill talked about Don't Stop Believing.
Yes.
You brought up Sweet Child.
Sweet Child. Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Pour Some Sugar on Me. And then the newest one that I think is sort of not new, but I feel like it's gaining steam over the last few years is Wagon Wheel.
Dan Davis's favorite song.
He started that movement. And but it's funny because now you're hearing Wagon Wheel not just in the country area, you're hearing it on all the stages.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, to backtrack on Jesse's Girl, and I shit you not, there was one night, I don't remember if it was like Halloween or something, or it was like a holiday, like a Black Wednesday or something, but Jesse's Girl was being played in every room at the same time, and not even on purpose. And I'm not even making this up. The band up front was playing it, the band in the big room was playing it, and the DJ was playing some sort of mix of it all at the same time. Because I went and grabbed Dan Davis, and then we're like, this is the most incredible thing. And it's like, yeah, you hate these songs, but that's just because you hear them all the time.
When you're drunk, you love them.
Oh, I still love them.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't hate on any of those songs. I like them.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
And like Bill said, he's like, that's what people want to hear. And you can hate it. I've literally seen this. People that I know that on a personal level that will trash. It's always Don't Stop Believin' in Journey. They'll just talk shit. Oh, you guys play Journey. But then they've been at our shows. Yeah. And we always do Don't Stop, typically a little bit more towards the end of the set.
Right.
So people are a little bit more tipsy.
Yeah.
And they're the first ones up in the front with their arms in their air, just screaming every word to it. Especially after the Sox one, like that's like a staple on the South Side.
Yeah. I feel, okay, so like, if you don't play it, you have to play it.
You have to
because
play
it'd be weird if you didn't. People would be like leaving the show and it'd be like, they didn't play Don't Stop Believin'.
You have to play it. And it's you have to do it. And if you, like, I'm giving away, I mean, it's not a huge secret, but like if you're in a band and you're playing and the room just doesn't seem very into what you're doing, if it seems like a lull, you go into Don't Stop Believin'.
Yeah, it's a good go-to.
Yeah, people, it immediately energizes the room. You have to play it.
I mean,
you have to play Sweet Child.
We're talking about cover bands in general anyways here, so it's like, you know, it's covers.
Yeah.
We're not, let's not be ridiculous.
We're not trying to be artistic here.
But like, okay, so if you don't play Don't Stop Believing at a hairband night show, that's like, and I've heard this about like Mellencamp at Chicago Theater last year. This guy didn't play like Jack and Diane and all that shit, and people were fucking going nuts, like ripping them.
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go see Mellencamp. I just paid $100, and this guy's not gonna play fucking Jack and Diane.
Tom Petty did a tour where he did not play Free Fallin'.
Yeah. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to bring up Petty because he just died.
Yeah.
But I did hear that. I mean, you're not gonna play Free Fallin'? Yeah. That's to me that's like, if you don't play, you're a country band and you don't play Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
If you're doing 80s and you're not playing Jesse's Girl, that's equivalent to Petty not playing Free Fallin'.
Or Cougar
not playing Jack and Diane, which is unacceptable to me.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I understand. I get it from the artist standpoint, like not wanting to play those songs anymore. But let's be real here. Like those songs are the reasons why.
Yeah, that's why there's cover bands, right?
Yeah, that's why there's cover bands. You have to play those, and those are.
I mean, Don't Stop Believing, I think, started cover bands. That one song, like as soon as that song came out, like that started cover bands.
Yeah,
even though it didn't.
Every fucking band plays the song, and there's it doesn't matter if you're playing the noon slot at a fest or if you're headlining.
Oh, you'll hear it all day.
Yeah, you're gonna hear it, like Bill said. He hears it so much, but no matter what, people are gonna respond to it.
Yeah,
people are gonna sing it.
But at the end of the day, it's still making the sound guy crabby because he keeps hearing the same songs over and over again.
Yeah, and different renditions of the song.
Yeah.
Some are good. Yeah. I like to think that we do it pretty well.
So like Wagon Wheel is my like new Jesse's Girl,
and I don't mind that song. I'm not a huge country music fan, but I don't mind it.
It's not even complete country. I think it's more like folky.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, if it comes on the radio, I still listen to it. I don't know why Dan Davis has such a problem with it.
I don't know.
That's a whole nother discussion for why the light guys are crabby. So
and it'll be a 3-minute segment on Wagon Wheel.
So next one we're going to talk to a light guy. Yeah. And see what their problem is.
Yeah. Well, that wraps up episode 2 of our podcast. Please join us next week as we discuss Chicago radio, and we're also going to delve into the more fun party side of playing in a cover band and working in the industry. Please share these podcasts. Please leave your comments and questions underneath, and we'll probably address them in future podcasts. So thank you so much for your support, and we will see you next week.